Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Pixelmon from the PocketPixels server. It appears that the hub has gotten a bit of a redesign since last time we showed this. But anyway, as always, this series is sponsored by PocketPixels. If you want to come play with me, all the stuff you need is in the description. So we are going to right-click the dude and jump onto the Pixelmon Yellow Server. And today, I want to work on our breeding center. So we've got our house built. The town is coming along magnificently, by the way. It has grown a bit since the last time I put out a video. But we have these elevator blocks here, and you can buy these in the block shop. I think they're pretty cheap. They're like maybe 100 Poké-dollars or something like that. They're not expensive. And these just let you go up and down by spacebar and shift. And they're a great way to move vertically. So what we're going to do is this first basement floor, I think, is going to be our breeding center. And then this second basement floor down here will eventually be our storage room. Although that'll probably be next episode, I'm thinking. Because I'm honestly going to be going to the breeding area probably more often than I'll be going to the storage room. So we'll do the storage room first. Also, a couple things I managed to do between episodes. I found a Ditto for super cheap. Someone was auctioning it in chat. I got it for like 1,000 Poké-dollars, which is pretty cheap for a Ditto. We need just one of them for now. More later, probably, but for now, just the one will be fine. Also, I trained up the Talonflame, a Dragonite, and the Trace Ralts up to level 100. So we now have a Flame Body Flyer, which is awesome, and they're all fully EV trained and all that kind of stuff as well. So anyway, as I said, we need to do our breeding area, and it's going to go down here. We've got between this elevator block and the floor there, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. That way I can make essentially another floor underneath this one, so that we can cover up that ceiling and we can basically design this however we want. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to get an area dug out here, and then we'll start working on actually designing this thing. Alright, I think I have the sort of basic area dug out enough that we can start making some progress. So I think it is time to go shopping. So let's warp to the block shop here, and I've got about 17,000 Poké-dollars, which should be more than enough for what we need. Let's see. What do we want to use for materials? I think concrete for sure. We don't want to use any like natural materials for the most part, like terracotta, dirt, wood, stuff like that, stuff that spawns naturally in the world, because Pokemon will spawn on top of it, and I don't want things spawning on top of my stuff. So I think concrete. Concrete is probably where we want to be. And that is right over here. Let's get some gray, just get a few stacks, maybe like one more stack of that, and then get me some white concrete, and we're going to get quite a lot of this. I can always come back and get more if I need to. And then I think I want bone blocks, although I don't know if they sell them. Because actually that would be bone meal? I didn't think about that. Although, actually, maybe we could use these temple blocks instead. These are kind of cool. Yeah, let's grab just a few stacks of this. That should work. And then last but not least, I'm going to need a few stacks of obsidian. 4, I think, will be enough. Okay, I think that's everything we need, and I've got prismarine lamps back home. So let's warp home. Let's grab ourselves 1 stack of prismarine lamps, and then I'll kind of show you what the plan is here. So here's the elevator, right? And when you come out of this elevator, I want you to be in like a little area that's going to be 5 wide. So we'll just grab some gray concrete here. And we'll do something like this. So this will be sort of the initial area. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. And this needs to be, let's see, 6, I think? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so then this will be like our first breeding pen, right? And we're going to have stairs coming up here. This layer will be obsidian. So let's just duplicate that on this side. And then this area back here is going to be not storage per se, but it's going to be a little bit of storage and then where we keep our PC. It doesn't have to be anything fancy at all. So let's just go like that. And then we'll bring that one out. Okay, so that should work. Then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is going to be the first breeding pen. And if I've measured this properly, it should be a fairly simple matter. Actually, this, I just realized that back there, this is where we want to go, to right here. There we go. So that should be the pen. And just to make sure we got this measured right, if we go here to here, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over here 4. Yeah. Okay, so basically we're going to have 4 spots in the middle. And this is where our ranch blocks are going to go, because on this server you can only have 8 ranch blocks active at a time for, because lag. So I'm only going to make 8 ranch blocks. We can always expand this way if I need more breeding pens for some reason, but I'm not planning on doing nearly as much breeding this time around because it's so time consuming and it's so kind of dull, to be honest. It's just sort of mind-numbing. It's important and it's almost always worth it, but I don't want to spend days just breeding all the time. So we're going to go much smaller in our breeding operation. But yeah, something like this should work. And then this will be our breeding pen. This will go up. So now that we have the layout, let's bring that over here as well. And I believe we want to go to over here. So let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Yep. So that will work just fine. And we already know that it's correct going that way because we measured over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be where our stuff goes. And this is going to end up being good to go. Okay. So now what I need to do is take my... I need a chest or something. Just an empty one. I'm just going to dump all of this stuff in here for now, because now that we've got that figured out, now that we've got our layout, what I need to do now is basically just dig this out more fully. So we're going to end up going probably we'll need to go 6 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have to go up to this level everywhere that we're planning to put this whole thing. So that should work. Let me get this dug out and then I'll catch up with you in just a sec. Okay, everything's all dug out and now we just need to start actually filling in blocks, which should be pretty straightforward. So we're gonna put these temple blocks right here as sort of our floor for sort of this main walkway type area. And then we'll have it go up right here into these 2 platforms. I forgot we have 12. I need 12 of those. No big deal. Let's just make, let's just do a couple more. There we go. So yeah, as I said, they'll kind of go up here. And then these will be our platforms that have the actual like breeding pens in them. So let's delete this stuff for the moment. These Pokemon are going to be a little bit annoying, but it's fine. So underneath, down here, I'm actually going to put obsidian. This is what I wanted the obsidian for. And the reason for that is that I'm going to be removing this floor and replacing it on numerous occasions. Like, it's going to happen quite a lot. And it's much easier if I have obsidian down here, because then when I do break the floor, I'm less likely to break out the floor underneath the floor. So just having this obsidian here should be good. And that way, we'll have sort of this nice base material underneath that's, you know, a lot harder to break. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's where our ranch blocks are going to go. And then we're just going to do the same thing over here on the other side. Okay, there we go. Now that that's done on both sides, now we can start working on the actual walls and making this thing look a bit more presentable. So let's grab all of this white concrete, and I've already got the gray concrete, and we've got some sea lanterns here. I may need more. I'm going to grab these just in case. And we also probably don't need that anymore. Also, let's grab those ranch blocks, and we should be good. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is going to be the upper level. I want that block back. Thank you. So that's going to be our upper level here. And then we can just bring that around all the way like this. And it will be symmetrical on both sides. So we're not going to do both of these together, but I'll do the first one. So that'll go here. And like so. And then here, we're going to bring that up, bring this across. And that will come up. So something like that. And then we're going to take white concrete and just put it back here behind. Like this. So that should be fine. I'm not really worried about stuff spawning in the walls. If it wants to, that's perfectly okay. Ghastly, I'm going to need you to move, my dude. There we go. So we'll get our white concrete. And there. Okay. And then we're going to put in our ceiling, which is also going to be white concrete. And we're also going to put in our lights. And the lights are going to go basically just every 2 blocks. Like that. There we go. So that will light this whole area up, and then we'll fill in the remainder with white concrete again. There we go. Because we want these pens to be well lit. Not because they actually have to be for the purposes of breeding, but just because it looks nicer, I think. There we go. So there's that pen. And then the only thing we actually need to do here is fill in this with whatever we want it to be. And if you're not familiar with breeding mechanics in Pixelmon, basically, in order for things to breed, they need to be breeding on top of a floor that corresponds with their type. So like bug Pokemon might be on mushroom blocks, or I don't know, I'm trying to think, steel Pokemon might be on top of iron blocks, or like whatever, right? So this floor needs to be replaceable for that reason. Also, we then want to bring this over as well. I just realized. So, because the floor will be here, and I want to keep having this sort of like lip that goes around the edge, because I think it looks good. Okay, so let me get the rest of this all filled in, and I'll show you what we're working with. Alright, I'm just putting the finishing touches on this now, and I'm putting in quartz blocks for now. If I remember correctly, quartz is used for psychic Pokemon, and I want to be breeding up Ralts so that we can get a whole bunch of different Pokemon with the synchronize ability in a variety of different natures. So that's why I'm using quartz blocks, at least for the time being. Plus, it's a block that nothing can spawn on, and it should look like relatively nice, at least for now. Even if I'm not going to be using it long term. So we'll put in our quartz here. There we go. And then we just need to put in our ranch blocks. And our ranch blocks, there we go. And then last but not least, let's just put all this stuff in here for a minute. And I just need to grab some logs. There we go. And we just need a few things for the finishing touches. So first of all, let's go ahead and make 2 chests. Eventually, it's going to be a chest and an ender chest, but this is fine for now. And then let's also make just a ton of trapdoors. Is that going to be enough? I think I actually need a few more. There we go. Okay, so we'll put a chest here and here. That's going to be for storing breeding-related items, like destiny knots and all that kind of stuff. And then here, we're going to go and make like a little divider almost out of trapdoors. So we'll have sort of like this little sort of room divider type thing going on here, which I think looks pretty nice. I would prefer to use iron trapdoors, but I'm not sure if I can get a redstone signal to all of these. So we'll just do it this way. This will be fine. Plus with the temple blocks, it actually kind of works like perfectly okay. So something like this, I think, is good. We've got our breeding center all figured out, and now I just need to start breeding Pokemon. So, piece of cake. Also, couple things that I want to talk about real quick before I forget. There's going to be a build contest coming up. It's going to be on the weekend of the 26th, February the 26th. It'll be that entire weekend. I think the building is going to start on Friday, and you'll have the whole weekend to build something. It's going to be medieval or fantasy themed, and there are, of course, prizes. So I'm going to be helping judge the competition. So if you feel like being part of a build competition, being judged by me, then like it's that weekend, the 26th of February, and it's going to be fantasy medieval themed. So should be cool. Also, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I do have a couple of these Love Struck crates to go through as well. I don't think I'm going to open all of them on camera, but we'll open a couple, and if I get anything really cool, I'll let you know. All right, we're back home, and we got some okay pulls, and honestly, the big one, the good one, we got a Shaman, which is fantastic. So legendaries, always good, and timid nature is also great. So that's fantastic. And then we got a Comfey, we got 2 Floettes, and then we got all of these different Valentine's Day themed skin Pokemon. Shiny Togepi. Pretty cool. And toss you out as well. There we go. So all, Valentine's Day stuff. Pretty cool. The shiny Togepi. What nature are you? Are you, at all good? Serene Grace is great. Bold nature. We could always give it a mint, I suppose, if I wanted to battle with my shiny Togepi, because Togekiss is a very good Pokemon. But yeah, and then we got the Comfey. Oh, and we got a pink Pidgeot as well. But the big one was the Shaman, for sure. Shaman is an awesome Pokemon, and legendaries, as I said, always good. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. We got our breeding center all fully built and ready to go. We got the tournament, or not the tournament, the build competition announced. So yeah, it's all good. Guys, that is going to do it for me. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.